want to talk for just a second about, well, maybe more than a second, I guess, the distinction between male and female. I talked a while ago about yin and yang. When we look at relationships, particularly relationships between men and women is what I'm talking about, we have to look at a symbiotic relationship, which oftentimes is not that. A lot of times it's not it's a confrontative, conflicted relationship, and a lot of it comes around misunderstanding between yin and yang, between what is feminine, what's masculine, and what is the masculine responsible for in a relationship, and what is the feminine responsible for. It seems to me that women have more of a focus on relationships than men do. If you put a bunch of men in a room alone, there might be a little bit of time spent on relationships and what it means to them, but not much. They'll be talking sports or something else fairly soon. If you put women in a room, it seems a lot of times that it gets down to the relationship. If they're not in a relationship, it's how good it's going to be when they get in a relationship. If they are in a relationship, usually it's how tough it is and what a stupid man they have, or controlling or overbearing or whatever. And if we can look at the different sexes for what they are, men basically are stupid. I mean, it's hard to argue with. We're motivated by one thing, kind of. We really enjoy women. We enjoy having sex with women, and that kind of motivates us. Years ago, I was asking a question in the class, what motivates men? And on my left was a woman who had been in a relationship for 20-some years with a man she didn't particularly like. They were still married, and she said something at the same time. A woman had been out of a relationship and was having serial relationships, I guess. And the woman on the left, who had been in the not-so-good marriage for years, said to me, "Isn't that sad?" when people pointed out that men were motivated by sex. And the younger woman on my right, who had been in a bunch of relationships, said, "Yeah, but we like it more." And I said, "I beg your pardon?" Because I spoke to her, whether it was sad or not, I really didn't care about. But a woman being honest with me, I said, "What?" She said, "We enjoy sex more than you do." And I said, "Yeah, but you can do without it better than us." And she said, "Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely." And I've come to know that women do seem to enjoy sex more. They can orgasm more ways than I can. And they really, really like sex. But they're not motivated by it. They're not driven by it. They're driven by a whole other animal. And it's interesting to look at that if men are stupid or dense, we just don't think like women do. You know, our brain goes ga-dunk, ga-dunk, when it crosses the corpus callosum, and women's brains go, and it must drive them crazy if we can get into it, which I don't want to. I wouldn't want to be in there. I have a tremendous amount of empathy for women, and I love them a lot. Thanks again.